Today we're going to go from this to this. So stick around if you want to see how it's done. Oh, whoops. That hasn't worked out well. Man, sometimes these knockoff stuff are pretty horrible. But there's actually a difference in the location of the brake light switch. Alright, so obviously this is the OEM manual brake pedal. So I'm just gonna do a bit of a measurement. So that is 55 up top. 55 up top and 44 at the bottom before it rounds off. So let's get that measurement onto the auto brake pedal. There it is. All right, let's get onto it. This is actually not really a good tool for this job. You really need an angle grinder where you can go cut it straight, especially because mine is a air tool as well, so there's the hose behind it. Before you start, make sure you put on eye protection. Behind there's a massive, really thick, it's almost like the length, the depth of this whole thing going all the way across as a support. So my little grinding disc is never gonna cut through it. Alright, you might be thinking, geez, this is a bit of an overkill. When something like that is in your way, there's no such thing as overkill. Oh, whoops. That hasn't worked out well. So, as it turns out, this brake pedal is welded around here. So, from me cutting this bit off, there's only a tiny pinch of weld on it, and it's snapped off. Looks like I am going to have to change to the manual pedals. Alright, so as you would have seen already, I'm wanting to install this set of pedals onto the EK, and it's gonna be easier for me to install them while all the pedals are out here, so I might as well do it now on these manual pedals, and then I'll figure out the clutch pedal. Oh, okay. So it literally slides in at the bottom there, obviously using the double-sided tape as well. And then up top there's just another plate that kind of locks it in. That looks easy enough. So you can kind of see how that plate just secures it inside. The fitment is pretty shit, so not sure if you can tell, but this side is actually sitting up and it's not sat in flush. I could grind it out a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. The curvature of this is totally off. I'm gonna have to find a way to bend this. Okay, so what I've done is literally stuck it in a vise to about there and then just pushed it in. With this one, I definitely want to use double-sided tape. But yeah, man, sometimes these knockoff stuff are pretty horrible. Alright, so I'm gonna use these two holes. Oh my god. Oh god. I reckon this is one of the most shocking things I've ever done. Alright, let's go fit the one on the clutch as well. The install process of the clutch is the same as the brake pedal, just a little harder due to being on the car itself, so I won't bore you with the video. So here, once I was done with the clutch pedal, it's time to remove the brake and throttle pedal assembly. There are a total of 5 nuts, 1 here, and then 2 there, and then 2 on the other side as well. I'm pretty sure they're 12 mil, and before we take them off, we just need to remove this little safety pin, as well as the dial out of releasing the brake pedal. And also up top there, the throttle cable as well. Just need to release both of them before the pedals are going to come out. So let's get into it. So as I was in the middle of pulling the throttle and the brake pedal out, I'm realizing I basically need to push the brake booster forward in order to make space for this whole bracket to come out. So yeah, I definitely am not keen to undo all the brake lines in order to release the brake booster to make enough space here. I mean, I can try removing this panel, but there are still brackets and whatnot, the steering shaft and all that's in the way. Yeah, I mean, if you're upgrading your brake booster, then fair enough, definitely do it. But since I'm not, it's not worth redoing the brakes and all that just for the pedal. So yeah. Alright, so thanks to the internet, someone actually gave me the idea of removing the brake pedal and just fitting the brake pedal, which totally makes sense. Not sure why I never thought of that. So first thing, okay, so first undo the spring. Alright, so now I just have to go to the car and do the same thing. Alright, following the same steps, I've removed the automatic brake pedal from the car. One thing you have to keep in mind is you will need to loosen up the brake pedal, both at the bottom, as well as remove, there's the nut that goes up there. Have to remove both of them. Loosen up 4 of these nuts in order for a little bit of play. Otherwise, you can't really see, but there's a bracket that blocks off the very last bit for this bolt to come out. I do apologize, I want to film this, but it is just really tight here and I won't be able to, you'll see nothing but my head. Alright, another issue that I've just spotted. So this here is the manual brake pedal, and this here is the automatic one. Not sure if you guys can tell, but this is where the brake light switch is, and if you can, hopefully you can see very clearly that there's actually a difference in the location of the brake light switch. So when you change over to a manual brake pedal, you will also need to figure something out for your brake light switch. Okay, you can kind of see the problem here. The brake light switch and the brake pedal is nowhere near, but I'm gonna figure something out. Next thing we're gonna do is put back in this little dial. Once again, I'm gonna drop the phone and just fit it in. It's easy enough. You just have to play around to make sure the hole lines up. So the install is pretty much complete now. You can see the brake light switch right here. Okay, and with a manual brake pedal is offset. So my solution is, I've just found this piece of metal. I'm going to secure this onto the brake pedal to give it a bit of an extension, so this end is going to hit the brake light switch when the brake is released. So once again, I'll install this off video, and when I'm done, I'll show you what it's like. Alright, so there it is. So there you go, manual paddles installed. Thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you give me a follow as well if you like late 90s Honda stuff. Cheers and have a good one.